Bukulin na wujud deh. Ngalinga bukal jangan. Wana wujud you jang ma. Tonight, you're in my country, affordable. This is my place. This is my home. And we're glad to share it with you.
So the event Tabulam Trail of Light and Sound is a socially engaged creative project, and we're working with the Tabulam community both as community participants and as artists. This engagement with the community has been probably a 6-month process, and we started something called the Big Yarn Day, where we had a day at the Tabulam Hall, live music and creative workshops, and people could come and find out more about the project. And this one is about home and our notions of home, which I think is really relevant given the times that we live in, and places like Tabulam that are trying to rediscover their own identity and work together as a community.
A home should be a trustful place where you feel safe and respected, where you can open up to people and go, this is what I'm dealing with, can you help? With a thing like this happening for the first time in the community, it'll hopefully help bring the community more together, because over the last few years it's really drifted apart.
I think it's a wonderful opportunity to do things together and to make the people of this little area here feel bonded and proud.
We were invited to come up here by Sunita and Seb from Rural Artworks as a project to really celebrate what regional New South Wales has and how we can work together beyond the borders.
In this project, I'm working within the realms of cyanotype art printing. And as I was piecing together all the different pieces that everyone made, and there's gaps in it, some of the spaces are shrunk, some of them didn't quite work. And it just made me feel like this is like a community. We have so many different people and different perspectives, and we try and fit together to make something of what we've got. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't work. And sometimes we just are stitching it together.
I started Real Artworks in 2008, and it was interesting when we started it. We were a group of artists who were working with people with disabilities as participants, and that's morphed as we've gone away and done projects together. We now have a studio where we support artists in individual arts practice, and when we come away on a project like this, everyone is being paid as a professional, or even the emerging people get paid who are just coming in as participants.
Getting a paid gig as an artist, that doesn't happen. Usually you put your work out there and hopefully somebody might buy it. But to do an event like this is great. You get to play, and you get to play with other people.
Hi, my name's Marianne Conroe. I'm a visual-based artist that works with projection and video and mixed media. This theme for this one is about home, but then when some people talked about home being jabulum, they talked a lot about animals and having horses. So this one's mostly about horses, but it also incorporates the light horse. So it's multi-screen projection. We were lucky enough to work on the Light Horse Memorial, adding snippets of the Light Horse, but also Harry Mundine and Harry Chevelle. Yeah, it should look good.
The process is about the process, not the outcome. The parameters are more about what we can do, how much money we've got, how much time we've got to do it.
It's almost like that creative expression or that creative process is quite addictive and very self-fulfilling. So in a sense, process can be home, I guess.
Stickman is a little bit this kind of robotic, bit more stuck form that sort of doesn't have so much freedom. And then when I peel the suit off, I become kind of a bit more of this creative life force that's got much more expression and much more flow and much more vibrancy and colour and.
So music might be quite slow to begin with. And
that open-ended process of creative investigation means that people are often creating new art forms or doing something they haven't done before. When you create projects in the way that we do, where it is all in and no one's sort of coming in with an ego, you come out at the end of it like, you know, if there's a closeness.
So what we're going to do is, I want to ask you guys a question, alright? I want to ask you guys a question. What's your favourite thing? What's your favourite?
We've been able to engage closely and work with the Indigenous and Aboriginal community here, the local community, both in Tabulam and in town. And that's been a really interesting thing and a process for us because, of course, you know, the notion of home means something different to every single person and to every different community. And I think that's been really interesting, is to get this huge fabric of different stories and how they all intersect with each other. From those narratives, we worked with community participants to create the actual creative content that happened over a 4-day creative residency based in Tabulam with over about 50 artists, both from the community and from Real Artworks, working together.
So all these women through the different eras, they're each going to have a name and they're each going to have a colour as well. They're semi-related, maybe? Cousins. No, yeah, like some kind of like line.
This song tonight I'm going to be performing at the end of the street parade. It's basically what you've seen, where you've been and what you've experienced living in Tabulam.
The moments that have resonated with me on this project are actually the artists from the community who've come in and gone, this is really amazing, it's really good to be doing this. Projects like this form a sense of community. And people make connections, I guess, that they meet people they don't know. It's not really about trying to make a polished performance, a rehearsed thing. It's like, it's creating live art.
Kids are going to be talking about this for weeks, you know, and even when they get older, they're going to say, do you remember when, you know, they did that skate park up?
Real Artworks are the gods of community engagement, and so to be invited here to be able to run bioluminescence, which is around getting young people engaged with their environment, but then also doing something for their community, giving back to their community. And so over 3 days these young people have just picked up the skills, picked up the technology, picked up some event management stuff, and then have just delivered this experience for their own community.
It's been a great experience. It's been people coming and going for 3 days. It's really vibrant. It's so exciting. It's been wonderful.
Well, the thing I like about it is I see all these people here, and the thing about having a thing to bringing people together,
you.